of Dustin Anderson, and that 00 machine of Jeff Schroyer is going to round out your field. Looks like the yellow light's going out, the green light's going in. Oh, the heat races aren't 10 laps, so I messed up my own rhyme again. But this time by off of corner number 4, Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand, and we're going to get started. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. 13K of Kevin Stack takes it around on the front straightaway. We'll see what's going to happen with this one. And he's off the racing surface. It looks like we're good to stay clean and green. Jeremy Baker holding them off in the 3J with your early lead right now. Second spot's going to go to Rick Gropp in the V45, but he's quickly being challenged by the 81 of Mike Densberger. Drag racing down the front straightaway. James Mason Brink hanging on to your fourth spot right now in that 33M as the battle continues to shape up for second place between Densberger and Gropp. Jeremy Baker, Rick Gropp, Mike Densberger, and James Mason Brink round out your top 4 transfer cars, top 5 transfer cars. That's going to bring your 5th spot to the 8A of Dustin Anderson. Jeremy Baker bobbled off of the turn number 4, and that's going to give the lead to Rick Gropp and send Mike Densberger right along by as well in that 81 machine. Gropp, Densberger, Baker. Oh, trouble for Jeremy Baker once again as he takes it a little too high up of corner number 4. The 3J machine went from the lead to the back. Trouble, trouble, trouble for that 3J machine of Jeremy Baker. Looks to be some right rear suspension damage as we go back to your battle for the lead. Rick Gropp's hanging on to it this time by as we're halfway home for Nebraska Lottery Modified Heat Race number 1. White flag out this time by 1 to go for Rick Gropp, Mike Densberger, Dustin Anderson, James Mason Brink, and your 5th and final transfer car, Nate Thompson, through 3 and 4. Densberger through 1 final attempt at it, but this heat race win's going to go to the V45 of Rick Gropp. Mike Densberger brings it home in the 2nd spot. The 8A of the A-Train, Dustin Anderson, brings it home in 3rd. James Mason Brink in 4th, and I believe your 5th and final transfer spot goes to the 3T of Nate Thompson. Once again, Eagle Raceway, make some noise for your heat race winner in the V45, Rick Gropp.
Green flag is out. Good start for Ryan Sample. He's going to have the lead into turn 1. They're 2 by 2 by 2 behind him. Good run for Sean Harker. Look at that juice off turn number 2. Harker's going to take 2 for 1. He'll take on the 2nd spot. Now he's looking to the inside of Sample. Ziegenbein in for a beat, going at it for the 3rd spot. Sadoff's going to get a good run off turn number 2. He'll pull to the inside of Ziegenbein. Sean Harker's going to take advantage of Ryan Sample slipping into turn 4. Harker's your new race leader. Sean Harker, Ryan Sample, Brandon Verbeek, Norm Ziegenbein, Johnny Sadoff, Clint Holman, and Aaron Pella. Good crossover move there by Sadoff's going to take over the 3rd spot from Verbeek. Sean Harker is absolutely on a rail. Oh no, trouble for Sample again in 1. That's going to allow Sadoff to pull up next to him. Sadoff, good set of corners in 1 and 2. Is going to slide up in front of Sample. He'll take that 2nd spot. Clint Holman and Brandon Verbeek battling for 4th. Holman's got it. Verbeek, then Ziegenbein. White flag is out. Final time for the 40 is Sean Harker, who's looking like he's back in form, racing in the sport modified division, putting a licking on the field. Johnny Sadoff in second. Clint Holman up to third. Ryan Sample fourth. And your fifth and final transfer, the 4B, Brandon Verbeek. Excuse me, fifth and final transfer, the 4B of Brandon Verbeek. Once again, picking up the win, the 40, the Shark, Sean Harker.
Into his outside, the 96 of Jackson Sadoff. Starting inside, row number 3 is going to be the 21H of Shane Hyatt. To his outside, the 5S of Bob Zobek. And starting rear, shotgun on the field, the 30 machine, your current points leader, Jordan Grabowski. Caden Murray's getting ready to wave that green flag, and here we go. I don't know if that one's going to stick. All right, if this one's going to stick, we're going to set him up for a barn burner. Down the back straightaway, Jared Dieterding's going to lose that lead through 3 and 4. Dieterding hangs on to it through lap 1. Jared Dieterding, Jackson Sadoff, Jordan Grabowski. Look out, here comes the thread to the needle. Not quite that time, but look out for that 5S machine. He's mounting a challenge on your leader. Give the top spot to Jackson Sadoff. Bob Zobek riding in that second spot, and Jared Dieterding hangs on to third for your time being, as Jordan Grabowski mounts a challenge with Bob Zobek for the second spot. Great battle going on up front between Jackson Sadoff and Jordan Grabowski. Jordan Grabowski started tail end Charlie on the field, and he's mounting a challenge for the lead down the back straightaway. Give the advantage to Sadoff, but Grabowski is charging hard through 3 and 4. Once again, neck and neck down the front stretch. Grabowski goes low, Sadoff goes high. Grabowski with the slider, he's gonna make it stick, but for how long? Jackson Sadoff with a strong 96 heart rod, looking down the low side. Give that spot to Grabowski. Grabowski, Sadoff, Zobek, and Shane Hyatt rounds out your top 4. Chad Anderson picking up that 5th and final transfer spot, as this next time by, there's going to be 2 to go in your Nebraska Lottery Modified Heat Race number 3. Shane Hyatt mounting a challenge against Bob Zobek for that 4th spot, a comfortable distance away from Chad Anderson in the 8C. White flag is out one more time around the Highbank 3rd mile that we know and love, called Eagle Raceway. Checking out single file through 3 and 4, crossing under the checkered flag stand. Give the win to the 30 machine of Jordan Grabowski. Jackson Sadoff's gonna bring it home in the 2nd spot. Bob Zobek 3rd, the 21H of Shane Hyatt 4th, and the 8C of Chad Anderson rounding out your top 5 transfer spots.
Twenty laps. Race officials kind of telling the modified drivers, give each other a break. I think we've seen a little bit of extra cranky drivers tonight. Normally we have some disagreements, but tonight I think guys are driving just a little bit harder, maybe just a little more frustrated with the heat. So race officials trying to tell the drivers, just take it a little easy.
All right, green flag is out. We're going to get this Nebraska Lottery Modified feature rolling. Ryan Sample's going to lead the field into corner number 1.
Good move by James Mason Brink. Sample was sliding up in front of him. Mason Brink hit the brakes, cut the nose down. He's got the race lead. Here comes Jackson Sadoff up in the 2nd.
Jackson Sadoff and Rick Gropp had an excellent first lap battle. Look out, look at Mike Densberger, just chopped like 3 in one spot, and he's going for more on the high side, trying to make that 81 machine work as Mason Brink continues to lead.
Your defending track champion getting a little tired of not winning races in 2022. He's got a machine that could be on the Demon Decals victory lane at the end of the night. Mason Brink, Sadoff, Gropp, Homan, Hyatt battling with Densberger.
Rick Gropp making some serious ground on Jackson Sadoff, looking for that second spot off of corner number 4. Sadoff's going to hang on to the spot.
Oh, we got 2 cars getting together. The 00 of Schroyer and the 4 of 4B of Brandon Verbeek. Verbeek able to get back on the racetrack. We stay green.
Mason Brink's going to continue to hold on to that lead. The 96 of Jackson Sadoff closely behind. Couple of car lengths back to Rick Gropp and Shane Hyatt. Shane Hyatt looking to get around the 27 of Clint Holman, and thus far he's going to do it through 3 and off of 4, making the low line work for that 21H.
Grabowski trying to get around Johnny Sadoff. Grabowski kind of jumped the cushion at 3 and 4. Sadoff's going to go high on 1 and 2. Now Grabowski goes low in 1 and 2. Grabowski and Sadoff still going at it with Densberger right in front of him.
Jackson Sadoff beginning to close the door on James Mason Brink as Shane Hyatt begins to close the door on Rick Gropp. Oh no, Rick Gropp nearly goes around, hangs on to it with a veteran move.
Sadoff, Densberger, and Grabowski get by Gropp as Gropp gets back up to pace. That battle's still on. Grabowski scrapes the outside retaining wall down the front stretch. 12 to go, now 11 to go. James Mason Brink has led them all. Caution out of the speedway, 2 cars together. Pella and Sample. Well, the modifieds aren't getting in free next week. I don't think anybody is yet.
We're gonna see we're gonna see who ends up in Demon Decal's victory lane in just 12 short laps.
Green flag is out of turn number 4. 12 laps left to settle it. Mason Brink takes the low side, Sadoff takes the high side. Hyatt low, Holman high, Harker low. Hyatt looking to the inside of Sadoff. Hyatt and Mason Brink both working low. Hyatt's there. Hyatt looking for the spot in turn 1.
Shane Hyatt looking for the second spot off of corner number 2. He's gonna have it. Makes that move around Jackson Sadoff, sets his sights on the 33M of James Mason Brink. Mason Brink gets a little bit loose. Hyatt's right on his back bumper.
Mason Brink did a fantastic job recovering from that car breaking loose. I don't think he lost much. Hyatt is there by a half a car length.
Shane Hyatt really liking the low side off of corner number 4. Your race is for the lead. Mason Brink's gonna hang on to it for the...
Oh man, caution is out just as Grabowski, Harker, and Holman were all going 3 wide for an entire lap.
Oh, this is what you saved your lunch money for.
I got my demo derby lineup. I got to study my drivers though.
Oh, that's good thinking. I ought to pull that sheet of paper out. Well, I'll tell you what, while you do that, I'll go ahead and let them know what's going on here. We've got 10 laps to go for your Nebraska Lottery Modifieds. Mason Brink, Hyatt, Sadoff, Holman, Grabowski, your top 5. Shane Hyatt had a lot of momentum built up before that caution came out. I know he was not looking for that, but right now he's going to look for a challenge on the bottom side of 3 and 4. Mason Brink's going to hold the spot at the flag stand, but Hyatt coming strong in the 21H.
Hyatt's working low. Hyatt can slide up. No, he doesn't close the door. Hyatt gets the good run. Eagle Raceway, you got a new race leader.
Shane Hyatt taking that lead away. James Mason Brink wants it, but drops off by a car length or 2. So it's going to be Hyatt, Mason Brink, Sadoff, Holman, Grabowski, and Johnny the Jet Sadoff looking for a move down the high line to get around Sean Harker.
Oh, hold on to it. Johnny almost got in the back of Clint Holman. Grabowski's got a huge run. He gets by Sean Harker. Now he looks to the outside of Johnny the Jet. Shane Hyatt starting to pull away. Now he gets into the lap traffic, able to navigate just fine. Hyatt gets by, 6 laps left to go. Mason Brink, Jackson Sadoff, Clint Holman, Jordan Grabowski, Johnny Sadoff. Grabowski's got the spot down the back stretch.
Grabowski has the spot down the back stretch. Shane Hyatt begins to set sail away from the field. Mason Brink begins to be challenged by Jackson Sadoff. Jackson Sadoff looking for the runner-up spot as Jordan Grabowski clears Clint Holman and looking for more. Here he goes, high wide round the outside. Look out, here comes Jordan Grabowski.
Great four-car battle for second, third, and fourth. Car around turn one, it's going to be the double zero of Schroyer.
With only 4 laps to go, the amount of competition at the front of this field right now, it is truly anyone's game. Race officials say, here we go, we're going green. 4-lap war to settle the score for your Nebraska Lottery IMCA Modifieds. Shane Hyatt's gonna lead them to the green flag. It'll be Hyatt, Mason Brink, Grabowski, Jackson Sadoff. Grabowski sticking with that high line, trying to click a couple more off as these laps wind down. 3 to go this time by.
Hyatt started to pull away. Big run for Grabowski on the outside. He takes over the second spot. 3 laps left to go, now 2.5. Jordan Grabowski coming out of the 6th spot. Car around in 4. Yellow flag is out. He tried to get off the racetrack in time. Maybe one of these days it would go towards property taxes so they weren't so dang high.
Man, I sure wish so. We do have
I'm just saying, I got low property taxes in Iowa.
I mean, we have
Here we go, green flag is out.
All right, Shane Hyatt gonna hang on to the advantage as they cross underneath the flag stand with a hard-charging Jordan Grabowski running in second. Hyatt's been liking the low side in that 21H.
But Grabowski likes the high side at 3 and 4. See if he can rip the lip. 2 laps left to go. There goes Grabowski with that big run, but Hyatt's gonna hold on to the lead.
Shane Hyatt continues to hold the advantage through 1 and 2. This next time by, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go in Caden Murray's hand. Can Shane Hyatt hold on for 4 more corners? 1 more third of a mile. Jordan Grabowski mounts a strong challenge. Does the high drift from low to high. 2 more corners. 1 more shot. 1 more opportunity off of corner number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, your Nebraska Lottery Mighty Modified feature winner, the 21H of Shane Hyatt. Jordan Grabowski's gonna bring it home in the 2nd spot. James Mason Brink hangs on for 3rd. And the 96 of Jackson Sadoff rounds out the top 4 for your Nebraska Lottery Modified A main feature. Eagle Raceway, make some noise for your winner, the 21H, the Hitman, Shane Hyatt.